Hello, it's Ryan Bembridge from Mortgage Introducer, and I'm here with Alice Watson from Canada Life. Very recently become Canada Life.
Yeah, last Monday, so the 1st of October.
So what changes can we expect to see now?
I think it's a really exciting time for us as a business. So Canada Life obviously is quite a big brand name that people are aware of, so I think that brings something new to the equity release market. And obviously they've got financial strength as well, so that puts us in a really good position going forward. Got big ambitions for growth, big ambitions for more product development, more innovation. But I think what is important is it's still the same team as it was before when we were Retirement Advantage. So we've kept that expertise, we've kept the knowledge, same product range, same team. So we're hoping for the best of both going forward.
So what can be done to support the growth of the later life lending market?
Well, I think the later life lending market, constantly we're seeing record-breaking numbers every year. So
3 billion last year.
3.1 billion this year, hoping for 4 billion this year, which would be really nice. But I think there's a few things that we still need to do as a market and as a sector. So the first one is probably looking at overcoming misconceptions and carrying on with that education, because we know that some end customers still think that perhaps you don't retain ownership of the property or that you can't leave an inheritance, for example. So there is more education that we need to do in that space. And we also want to bring more advisors into the market and increase engagement with the equity release sector, because it's more important than ever that the property is considered alongside other assets when you get to retirement, so a more holistic approach to retirement planning. So we need more advisors to have that qualification and to engage with the market to help with the growth going forwards.
So where are you seeing demand at the moment?
Demand is growing in a number of places at the moment. So a lot of that is coming from more social factors. So people are living longer now. People actually perhaps haven't saved as much as they need to. So that's often compounded. So the fact that they don't know how long they're going to live means they don't know how much money they need for retirement. They don't know how to plan. Planning for a 10-year retirement is obviously very different to planning to a 30-year retirement. So I think there's issues like that, but there's also just a more affluent and different customer base coming in. So we're seeing that more and more people are actually using the funds to gift to their children or to their grandchildren to help them get onto the property ladder. So it shows that it's a move away from a product which was often seen as a last resort product, and it's moving into a more retirement planning tool. We're also seeing that people, companies such as ourselves, are innovated, so there's more customer types that are acceptable. So we now can lend against second homes, and also there's mortgages which have been designed for buy-to-let landlords. So that just helps broaden that customer base and bring more people into the mix.
Are there many products for buy-to-let landlords?
There are, but there are very limited which are available to the over 55s, because on the mainstream market we see that actually there's quite a few hurdles in place. So they check affordability, there's minimum income requirements. So actually later life lending to older landlords does get a bit more difficult because of those hurdles and those criteria expectations from the mainstream lenders.
What other challenges do you have to overcome in the equity release market? I mean, there was the report from the BBC investigation this year as well. Is it just education to kind of...
Yeah, I think absolutely.
Because seemingly that report was saying if house prices fall, there'll be issues, but then that same can be said for a lot of areas of the market.
Yeah, absolutely, and the PRA are constantly looking into that and making sure that lenders have got the right capital requirements, everything is in place and everything is fit for purpose from that point of view, which is what you'd expect a regulator to be doing, so that's really good news. But I think that obviously is education, getting customers on board, getting advisors on board. It's not the right choice for everyone, but it should definitely be considered and then discounted if it's not.
Yeah, and perhaps alongside residential.
Exactly, and with the introduction of RIIOs now, there's more choice definitely for customers, but because there's now such a broad range of choice, it just shows that the need for financial advice is more important than ever, because clients need to make sure that they are actually getting a product which suits their needs and actually performs in the way that they want it to. So having a financial advisor can help significantly in making sure people have got what they actually want for the future.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.